Welcome to my channel. I'm registered psychotherapist practicing in Ontario, and today I will be discussing about panic attacks as I promised, and we'll be discussing about what are panic attacks, what happens in the brain during the panic, and why the body reacts as if there is a danger, and what logical thinking feels impossible during an attack, and common fears about panic attack, such as that you are experiencing a heart attack, fainting, losing control, and what you can do when panic attack begins, which strategies you can use to help yourself to calm down, and how the brain can relearn the safety. Panic attacks are not a sign of weakness. Anyone can experience them at certain period of their times. They are related with brain functioning and experiences you had in your life. If you had more sad and challenging experiences, trauma, you are more likely to have panic attacks. But the good news is that once you understand the logic behind and which thoughts or which experiences trigger panic attacks, they are easy to treat. And if you don't have any serious problems with heart, then these symptoms cannot do anything for you. They cannot harm you. And therefore, watching this video will help you to understand yourself better, to understand why you are having these symptoms, what's happening in your brain, and what you can do in order to help yourself to calm down. After experiencing a panic attack, many people often think that they might have died or they completely might have lost control. And if it happens again, they cannot survive. And anxiety and panic actually arises not while having the panic attack, but before waiting for it, because the symptoms can be really scary. And even though you are not going to die, you will not go crazy and you will not permanently lose control. However, what you feel during panic attack seems very real, and today we will understand panic attacks from inside the brain. So what is a panic attack? Panic attack occurs when the brain activates survival mode even though there is no real danger present. So there is no actual threat, but the brain sends a danger signal anyway, and the body responds to that signal at a full capacity. That's why panic attacks can cause symptoms such as rapid heartbeat, feeling unable to breathe, dizziness, trembling, numbness, or tingling. Thoughts like, I'm losing control, I'm going crazy, I'm going to faint, I'm going to have a heart attack, I can't bear it. And none of these sensations are imaginary, but none of them are dangerous. What happens in the brain during a panic attack? During a panic attack, brain follows this sequence. Amygdala sends a false alarm, and therefore amygdala is the brain's alarm system. And normally it activates in real danger. This function of brain was helpful for us to stay safe, especially during ancient times when there were a lot of wild animals around and it was difficult to survive in the nature. This part of brain was helping us to stay alive, to survive, and to detect threat. However, the brain is not very good at distinguishing whether there is a thought about the danger or if it's a memory or this is happening in real time. And therefore, sometimes even thoughts about danger might trigger panic attacks. So during a panic attack, generally, there are some false alarms that are sent to your brain, and your brain says there is a danger, protect yourself immediately. As a result, these physical symptoms are arising. And the sympathetic nervous system activates, and this is the body's fight-flight system. The heart rate increases, breathing becomes faster, muscles tense up, and your body prepares to fight, to escape. And what's happening in prefrontal cortex is that it goes offline. This part is responsible for logical thinking, and it becomes suppressed under stress. So that's why during panic attacks, you can't think clearly. It's not very easy to use your logic. Uh, it's difficult to speak to yourself and to calm down until this will pass. You feel as if you have lost control. And in reality, control is not lost. Logical brain is simply temporarily overridden. So, why do panic attacks feel so terrifying? The most lightning part of an attack is uncertainty. People start thinking, what if this time it's different? What if I faint? And apart from symptoms that you are experiencing as the first reaction, the secondary reaction is following. And actually, some people are afraid of their thoughts, afraid of symptoms, and therefore panic and anxiety is increasing. And you are the one actually who is maintaining this cycle at that point. So it's very important to know that panic attacks do not cause heart attack. And if you had panic attacks several times, and if you are worried about it, you can always go to your family doctor, make your checks, and if you were said that there is nothing wrong with your heart, then it's simply because of these panic attack symptoms. And increased heart rate cannot harm you in any manner. Even certain treatment for panic attacks include helping the people to understand that there is nothing to be scared about increased heart rate and panic attacks. And sometimes psychiatrists are asking their patients to do activities that will increase their heart rate in order to ensure that nothing will happen as a result of it. And once these experiments are done, it's easier for them to stay calmer during the times when they are experiencing panic attacks. And another fear that is related with panic attacks is fainting. Many people are afraid that they are going to faint. However, it's very less likely that you will faint. And even if this happens, this is nothing catastrophic. And I'm sorry. Can you please be quiet? I'm having a course here. Okay. So many people are afraid that they are going to faint, and during a panic attack, it's very less likely. And even if people faint, it's not going to last for long, and they are very fast recovering and coming into sense. And another common fear that people are scared is that people are going to humiliate them or make fun of them if they are going to faint. However, again, how logical is this thought? Have you ever seen that when somebody was ill and they needed help, other people were laughing? Most of the time, people are being very helpful. They are coming and supporting the people who need help. And another thought related with the panic attack is that the sense of control is going to be permanently lost. However, again, as I said, the losing control, the feeling that you are losing control doesn't last for long. And you are slowly coming into your senses. And actually, even at the point when you are having the highest symptoms, you are not losing control. It's not happening. So your brain simply believes there is a danger. And what you can do to help yourself during a panic attack when panic attack starts. And this is the most important part. This is the question many people are asking. What should I do in that moment? So the most important thing is not to try to fight the panic attack. Fighting panic attack, trying to suppress your feelings, is actually makes it stronger. And thoughts like, I need this to stop, I shouldn't feel this way, tell the brain that there is a real danger. So Actually, by trying to suppress it, by trying to stop the feelings, you are telling your brain that there is something that you need to feel scared and there is a real threat. And that's why this cycle again maintains. Can you please go downstairs? Sure. I'm online, okay? So what you can do during these times is to remind yourself that this is a panic attack symptoms and they are not dangerous and it's not going to last forever. The maximum duration of panic attack symptoms is 30 minutes, and most of people experience it for 10, 15 minutes. And as you will learn to manage secondary reactions, it's actually ending faster. And by time you will be able to regulate emotions, regulate secondary emotions. And as a result, generally recovery happens really fast. The second thing that you can do is slow down your body, because even if it's difficult to think logically at that point, if you will be able to slow down your body to breathe, for instance, or to move, your attention will automatically shift into physical sensations, physical reaction, and that would be one of the fastest ways to decrease panic symptoms. You can do this by slowing your breathing, using breathing exercises. Feel your feet on the ground, relax your shoulders, and by doing these exercises, you are slowly teaching your brain and sending your brain the message that you are not running, that you are safe. And each time when you are accepting these feelings and just staying with the feelings, and not running away, you are teaching your brain that there is nothing to feel scared, and you are helping yourself to calm down easier. Another strategy that you can use and many people find helpful is naming the experience. So saying slowly, for instance, to yourself that I'm experiencing panic right now, alone can reduce amygdala's activation. And as we have already discussed, reducing avoidance. Each time you escape from panic, your brain learns this really was dangerous, and staying little by little reduces the brain's panic symptoms. Panic attack will not kill you. Panic attack will not make you lose your mind. Panic attacks are temporary. And most importantly, panic attack is not a loss of control, it's an overload. And people who experience panic attacks are not weak. They are often people who have carried too much for too long and who stayed strong for far too long. And at some point, your body says stop, and panic attacks are often the body's way of saying that. And there is the good news is that panic attacks are learned responses, and anything learned can be relearned. And so I have mentioned and discussed the most popular and useful evidence-based strategies that are helpful to cope with panic attacks. However, certain strategies will help some people more and others less. Therefore, by trying, you can find out which one would be the most useful for you. And since everyone's needs, physiology, and all characteristics, features are different, we can't know for sure what would help you the most. However, asking yourself questions such as what change you would like to see if panic attacks were less, they were not impacting you so much, and if you were able to calm down faster, what would be different in your life, how your day and habits would be impacted, what impact it would have on other people around you, and which version of you would be there, and what was helping you in the past to overcome problems, panic attacks, anxiety, what helped you to reduce worries, and what was there about you, which skills, which strategies did you use during those times, what was helpful, and reminding yourself about it can help to find out new strategies, not new strategies, that something that has already worked for you and inside of you maybe you have forgot and you can use these strategies again to help yourself and to become the best version of you that you are trying to become. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you want to have more detailed discussions, you are always welcome to leave your questions or to text me, to send emails. And if you need more support and if it's difficult to manage emotions, it's always recommended to visit the doctor or to work with psychiatrist or psychotherapist to cope with symptoms. I hope this time was useful for you, and take care of yourself, and see you in the next videos.